Friends, good morning. This is Arun Pannalal speaking from Chhattisgarh Christian Forum, and today I come to you with a very serious issue that our community is facing, and that is delisting. Let me explain it in very simple terms. Many people don't understand what delisting is. Delisting is that once you become a Christian, you lose all your other rights of reservation, your tribal rights or your OBC rights. This is known as delisting. Now the effects of this delisting is this, that once you get delisted and you are no more, you don't belong to that Adivasi tribe, or you don't belong to that sector of an OBC or a ST, then all your facilities such as reservations, job reservations, education reservations, your food, your ownership of your own land, the free use of your agricultural land, all this will be taken away from you. This is the effect of delisting. Secondly, all the land rights will be taken away, will be removed from your authority. You will have no authority to own any land. This will apply only to the tribal sectors, as tribals don't have the authority to own the land, and a tribal can sell it only to a tribal. So now just imagine if once you become a non-tribal, you will not be able to sow your own fields because all that is under government lease. You will not be able to bury your dead in your own fields because that land no more belongs to you. These are the effects. Secondly, now people who are already in service, who by the mercy of reservation or by the fruits of reservation, all their services will be taken back. Anybody, their children who are studying in some schools, because of reservation they have got admission in some places, all that will be nullified. They will be asked to vacate. You will be asked to leave your service. You will be asked to leave your house. This is the stark reality that which our communities are standing to face today. Now the question arises, how do we face it? I have been seeing that many small groups of people, small institutions, small organizations, they are taking out small rallies, say about 1,000, 2,000 people or 100 or 200 people, and then they are giving a lot of bites on TV, and they are so happy that they are getting so much of coverage. This is not the way to address this problem. This is a very serious problem. It's pure death which is staring right onto our faces. This is what it is. This is what the delisting would mean. Now, how do we address this particular issue? I have already clarified that in small groups, in small protests, we will not be able to achieve this larger goal. So now what do we do from here? I set a small example over here. I draw your kind attention to Chhattisgarh, especially Raipur, and in district Arang, there was a mob lynching of 3 Muslim youths. They were carrying some buffaloes in their trucks. The truck was attacked by Gaurakshaks, cow vigilants. They attacked them, and ultimately all 3 of them died. Okay, this is the history and this is the story. There were protests, and on a small scale here, there are some groups protesting, some not protesting and all that. But ultimately, this Muslim community came out with a completely Mahasabha. Mahasabha means which encompasses all denominations, which encompasses all sectors, which encompasses all organizations. All those people got together. They formed a Mahasabha and they passed a resolution. I don't go into the merits of the resolution, what they passed or what they passed, but the question is they got together, they passed a resolution, and the resolution was so severe, so serious that even Chief Minister had to give a reply, which you are seeing on my screens. Now let's compare ourselves. In the last 4 years, we have faced I'm talking of Chhattisgarh. India-wide, the situation is much more grim. We faced 400 attacks, 4 pastors were killed, 259 bodies were exhumed from their graves and thrown on the streets. The crops were harvested forcibly, their houses were looted, churches were vandalized. We faced 2 riots. And this is what the situation is. And now with this new government, which is in Chhattisgarh, we have seen the killings of 2 Christian people. One was a pastor and one was a lady who was trying to sow her own field. So this is the grim, bleak situation that our community is facing. And yet, in spite of such bleakness, we are not able to get together and raise a single voice. The Muslims raised a Mahasabha, they got together and they raised the voice. they passed a resolution. Why can't the Christian community also come out with such initiatives? And this is a very heart-rending appeal from my end, that all the small institutions, instead of giving TV bites and trying to uplift your own faces, your own identity, this is not going to help the community. Similarly, I am appealing to all the bishops, to the to the leaders, to the religious leaders, that this is not the time to remain silent and be a mute spectator. The danger is looming very hard, and it is not only your children, but you yourself will be reduced to begging if we don't stand up or unite at this moment. Now what do we do? Unless we get together and form a big Mahasabha, bring all the people together and pass a resolution. Of course, your identity is required as a small institution, as a big organization, or whatever it is. But at least we can raise one united voice, pass a single resolution, and force the government to listen to you. The last point what I am raising is this: we have made up a mindset that either we vote for Congress and vote for BJP, and only then all our troubles, all our problems will be over. My friends, any political party, any big political party on a national scale works on the permutation and combination of votes. How many votes on a particular issue they will be getting, or how many votes they will be losing. If we don't give a united face, they have to cater to the other community, other tribal groups. They will certainly vote for them because their vote is much more than what we have at the moment. This is the stark relation. So be it Congress, be it BJP, they are not going to stand for you in the matter of delisting. There will be small rumblings, statements and all, but when it comes to the bare facts, nothing is going to happen. You will be delisted, you will lose your jobs, you will lose your fields, you will lose your identity, you will lose your religion, you stand to lose everything. So this is what it is going to happen. So now this is my appeal, that all the small organizations, instead of the small egos, all my honored bishops, archbishops, religious leaders, Catholic groups, all these people, their leaders have to come together and pass a resolution and tell to the government, yes, we are 20 lakh in Chhattisgarh and much more in other states, that our rights have to be listened. And once the scales weigh in our favor, once they understand, yes, Christians are united, they have got a fixed voting pattern, and for the delisting matter, all these people are getting together, then your voice will be heard. So these are the things which I am telling you. We have to develop a political front. You have to develop a political face, so that your bargaining power for your own community increases day by day. You are able to protect your people. You are able to protect your faith. You are able to protect your religion. So unless we unite, and coming on a single platform certainly does not mean that you lose your identity. Everybody works as they are working, they continue as they are continuing, but a united voice will certainly help solve our problems. So I pray and hope that you will uphold me in your prayers, and what I have said and spoken will be taken care of, and we take a second step from where I am leaving. I leave this all to my enlightened friends to take the next step forward, and let's unite and get together, form a common platform, force the government to speak up, force the government to recognize that yes, Christians are also recognized. Of course, minority, I can call them a majority because we are a majority within the minority. Minority, we are the largest group. We are more than 20% right across the country, and within all in the minority religions, we are the largest group, and yet we are not considered anywhere. So these are the things which I leave for your people to think and act upon. Thank you all so much for hearing me. May the good Lord bless us all.